You saw it at Ripley's Believe It or Not. Now the world will see it.
You keep saying you got something for me, something you call love, but confess you've been a messin' where you shouldn't have been a messin', and now someone else is getting all your best. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you. Yeah. You keep lying when you ought to be truthing, and you keep losing when you ought to...
Shoes for Moos are the brainchild of Jim Wells, an Elmira retailer. The concept of a boot for bovines isn't new, but this is an improved version.
It gives complete coverage, i.e. it keeps the dressing dry. It has the proper fitting. It stays on. We heard from an awful lot of farmers previously that years ago they would put a plastic bag over the hoof, and all of a sudden, no more than a minute, it's gone, it's burst. Once you put this shoe on, it stays on. And the fit is extremely good. Both easy putting it on and taking it off.
The final true type shoe is being manufactured by Kaufman Footwear in Kitchener. Wells says Kaufman's was a natural choice. They are Canada's #1 maker of footwear for people. Why not for cows as well? To date, the reaction to the shoes has been positive, and that bodes well for its creators. There are, after all, some 2.5 million dairy cattle in Canada, and if that's not enough, there are another 11 million dairy cows currently barefoot just south of the border.
The special shoes are manufactured by a local footwear firm. At first, they were skeptical of the idea, but soon saw merit in producing the bovine boot. And now, as the product's appeal spreads around the world, it seems as though it was a good decision.
Basically, when we approached Kaufman Footwear at the beginning with the facts and figures, they were very much in tune with the numbers that we had, but sort of laughed at the item that we were showing them that we would like. So we got a sort of cold shoulder from our initial meeting. But 2 days later, we got a call. We would like to see you again. So that rekindled the excitement, and when we went back in, they were all for to help us out.
It's been less than a year since Shoes for Moos were launched. How have they caught on?
Extremely well. In excess of what we had anticipated, because we were primarily looking at the Canadian market and maybe looking at 2 years down the road looking at the American market. Well, it has snowballed.
What are your markets now?
The markets, as well as Canada and the US, has now gone to New Zealand, Puerto Rico, Spain, Mexico, Japan.
The entrepreneurial spirit is alive and well in Elmira these days, where these two business partners are busy marketing a unique product. Shoes for Moos are designed for those unfortunate cows that are suffering from foot problems. The rubber boot protects the animal's feet to help speed up the healing process.
It's unbelievable. Cows that years ago they used to cover them with a plastic bag or an old tire, and the first thing they would do is standing them, so it would last no more than 60 seconds. These shoes are on for good. They usually are on for about 3 days. They are redressed or reassessed, and the healing is just remarkable.
Normally, when dairy cattle suffer from foot rot or heel cracks, they are immediately put on antibiotics, and their milk is no longer usable for human consumption during the recovery period. The designers of Shoes for Moos say their product helps get the cattle feeling better sooner and therefore gets them back producing milk.
I think they have some real positive benefits. One of the biggest problems with foot injuries is the constant dirt that you can't avoid in a barn, any barn situation. And keeping an injury clean is probably one of the most important things to rapid recovery of it.
The shoe manufacturing firm Kaufman Canada of Kitchener took on the challenge of making the cattle clogs. Wells and his partner Tom Byers have already started selling their product across the country. And they say with over 2.5 million dairy cows in Canada, the potential for a captive group of happy hoofers is keeping their business hopes alive.
Rick Shawn's may be the 4th generation on his family farm, but he insists he's the first to put boots on cows. He's used the shoes for Moos several times and says they're much easier than the old way.
Before we used to mix up the pack and you'd grab a bag or something and you'd put the pack in the bag and tie it on the cow's foot, but you never keep it on the foot. So now with the boot, we just put the pack in the boot and it has little tie straps and they can't kick it off.
So I guess the next step is to teach the cows how to put them on themselves.
We would love that.
畜産関係ではこの他にユニークな製品がいろいろと開発されており、シューフォームーズと呼ばれるこの製品は大切な乳牛を数々の病害から保護するために開発されたもので、カナダ以外にも世界各地で使用されています。
What they'll do. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you. Yeah. You keep lying when you ought to be truthin'.
Thank you for viewing our Shoes for Moos, and welcome to a business opportunity worldwide for the bovine industry.
And that's just what they'll do. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you.